I meditated for over 10 hours a day for 14 straight days, and I got abducted by aliens. This is my story. No, I'm just joking. Leave out the alien part, but the other part is true. I meditated for over 10 hours a day, did meditation for over 10 hours a day for 14 days, and here's what I learned about meditation. How to meditate, how to get the best results, to attract the things that you want. This is Jake Ducey with JakeDucey.com. I got abducted by aliens? No, why do I keep saying that? I actually didn't. And let's dive right into this video. Okay, I was just trying to make you laugh, but on a serious note, the first thing that I learned is that you are not your thoughts. So I went to a vipassana meditation in, it's called the Northern Insight Meditation Center. It's in Thailand. It's a temple, Buddhist temple, basically. And they let foreigners in, and it's very strict though. You have to, the alarm goes up, or not an alarm, it's like they ring the bells. And you're in this, like, you're basically in a little dorm thing with this little thin mattress, like, I don't even know, it's like a yoga mat, basically. I don't know, your room's maybe like, I don't know, 100 square feet, maybe, or something like that. So this thing goes off at like 3 a.m. and you have to start meditating. But when you show up, you have to give away everything to them. You have to give like all your crap, your phone, your computers, everything. You're not allowed to journal. You're not allowed to do anything. You're not allowed to have any stimulation, and you're not allowed to talk to anyone. It's a silent meditation. So that means this goes bye-bye. All your luggage and everything goes bye-bye because you're supposed to wear certain things. So you have no items. You literally have nothing that you think is yours. There's a reason behind that, and that's to draw you towards an emotional threshold where you detach. And so the bell goes off at like 4 and maybe 3. There's 2 meals a day, and the meals are rice, like basically with like vegetables, basically. And you get it twice a day. One's at like 6 a.m. and then the last one's at like 2 p.m. So then you meditate all day. You can't talk to anybody. You're not allowed to. You get in trouble if you do. Beat you up. I got beaten up twice. I'm just joking, they don't beat you up. So you meditate all day. Basically, the bell stuff would go off, whatever it was, gongs. What I would do is I'd go into the main monastery right at like 3 a.m. or whatever it was, because the real monks that live there start chanting at 3 a.m. So I would go in there to meditate while listening to them chant for like an hour straight. And so basically I started working from 20 minutes, getting up to 60, and then trying to push it to 3 hours in one meditation. Then you do a walking meditation right after a sitting, back into walking, back into sitting, back into walking. And you do it all day. That's the only thing you did. I guess you could wimp out and just sit in your bed all day, but if I was there, I figured I might as well do it. So I quickly got an enormous level of suffering, wanting to go home. Why did I do this? Should I hop the fence in the middle of the night and grab my stuff? Should I don't even need my computer. They could take my cell phone. I don't even need it back, right? Like, my body hurt. I wanted like real food other than rice and vegetables. Then the mind just starts going crazy. Now, the funny thing is the mind goes crazy all day even when you're not meditating. But the point of meditation is what happens is normally we have distractions. Think about how many times out of the day you go to your cell phone instead of be with your own thoughts, or grab food, or call a friend. Not that any of those things are necessarily bad, but they can be things that keep our focus and our consciousness outward rather than addressing our own thoughts. So when you're sitting there meditating for 10 hours a day or whatever, or like sometimes when I would do a 2-3 hour straight meditation, you don't open your eyes for 3 hours, you don't move for 3 hours. The first days were so intense in suffering, so much anxiety. I want to go home. Why did I do this? This is so dumb. You have to actually stop believing what you think. Now, when you look at the science behind thoughts, 95% of your thoughts are subconscious. Sub means below. So it's below conscious. Conscious is when like you're very present and whatever gets you there. Whether you just went to church, gym, you just had a great walk, you just meditated, just where you're very alert, you're very aware, you're not in the past, you're not in the future, you're very much here in the sensations of your own body. Your conscious mind, that part of you, is only representing 5% of your life. So 95% of your life is subconscious. It's below conscious. So you have approximately 65,000 thoughts in a day. You hardly notice them because you're on your phone, you got shit to do, you're always on the move, right? And so you don't really notice. When you don't have distractions and you're sitting there meditating for a bunch of hours, or even you're just sitting there meditating for 10 minutes out of your day because that's all the time you have, you have to essentially face your thoughts. And what stops most people from meditating is as soon as their thoughts start, they start engaging with their own thoughts. But if 95% of your thoughts are subconscious, it means they're programmed by other people, they're programmed by society, they're programmed by the people who raised you. They're not your thoughts. You think they're your thoughts because they're happening in your own head, but they actually aren't your thoughts, they're a record player. It's like I got surround sound in my house. So there's a speaker right there, this room is downstairs, the rest of the house is upstairs. And there's a bunch of rooms that have a bunch of speakers in all the rooms. And you can control it with an app that plays in every room, or you could shut off certain speakers. So if the speaker here in my office started going off and it started playing something and I believed that was happening in my head, I know it's not, right? You're aware, you're detached from it. It's an experience happening, but you know it's not you. But what happens is thoughts happen in your head, whatever they are, but you think they're you. And then you attach to them. Because they're happening in your head, they must be your thoughts. But the big kicker is they aren't your thoughts. Psychologists say 70% of thoughts are negative and redundant. Meaning they're the same as yesterday, the same as before, the same as before. So thoughts don't reprogram themselves or evolve until you don't attach to them anymore. In other words, the lessons repeat themselves until you learn them. So the way that works is your thoughts come up while you're meditating, right? And vipassana meditation is very simple. It's about just focusing on the rising and falling of your own breath. Rising, falling. Rising, I'm breathing in, I'm breathing out. I'm breathing in, and you just say rising and falling to yourself over and over again. And every time you catch yourself attaching to your thoughts, like my thought is like, dude, I'm hungry right now, bro. Dude, I don't want any more rice. I don't want to go to breakfast today at 4 in the morning. I'm not even hungry till 11 o'clock. Dude, my knee hurts. I've been sitting like this for like 9 hours. Dude, I wish I was a monk so this didn't bother me. I want to go home. I want this. I want that. If you attach to that, then you create suffering. It's not the thoughts that create suffering. It's when you attach to the thoughts. Then they create a physiological reaction. Then you go down the rabbit hole of the thoughts and you lose. You don't need to be meditating to apply this. This is applicable for everything. Think about it. You see someone that's attractive in the coffee shop. Man, that person is sexy. And you want to go talk to them, right? But then what happens is you go, yeah, but I'm an idiot. I'm always bad when I see people I'm attracted to. I have too many rolls in my stomach. I might have something in my teeth right now. By the way, do I have something in my teeth? No, I don't. So you start going on these thoughts, right? And then you're like, but I might mess up what I'm gonna say. And I mean, my hand, I might smell bad because I'm gonna start sweating a lot. I'm gonna get nervous. Besides, I'm a girl. I shouldn't talk to the guys anyways. They're supposed to talk to me. And I'm busy anyways. I don't even have time to say hi right now. And then we start believing those thoughts and they psych us out of doing what we actually are inspired to do. Do the same thing in a business meeting or a company meeting and you have an idea and you wanna share it with your boss or your colleagues, but you're like, yeah, but I'm stupid. Yeah, but I'm just the assistant. These are all the executives. Do the same thing on a sales call. You start thinking about the last 4 sales calls you messed up. And then you go, whoa, I did this last time. I shouldn't say anything. And then you start getting panicking, right? You do the same thing. You can think about it in any area of your life. I'm too stupid to make money. Think about the fact that I didn't do very good on my SATs. Right? Like, I'm too old, I'm too young. And then we believe the thoughts. It's not the thoughts themselves, because the thoughts themselves were programmed into you by the world. So it's just subconscious. It's not you. There's a reason subconscious isn't called you. It's called the subconscious because it's a record player, not because it's you. They happen, but then we think everything that happens in our head is us, but it's not you. And so what I'm inviting you to consider, now you can practice meditation, you just close your eyes, you can lie down, sit down. People are like, you have to sit and you have to like be in full lotus and like, all right. The whole point of meditation really is to be able to transcend your identity. So to tell someone they have to use a certain technique is totally defeating the purpose of disidentifying with the world of form, first of all. Second of all, anything that works for you. Get in a recliner, get in a couch, lie on the ground. You know, I think sitting's great because sitting and lying down flat on the ground are my two favorites, but anything that works for you. And the whole point of it is to focus on the rising and falling and seeing what thoughts arise, at least vipassana is. And then every time they arise, when I was in this silent meditation, Northern Insight Meditation Center, it was about when my thoughts would come, I'd be rising, falling, and then like a thought wave would take me. I miss my mom and I want to go home. This is hard. I don't think I can make 11 more days of this. It's been 3 days and I feel like crap. You go down a thought tangent. It's always going to happen. But every time you do, you bring it back to thinking, thinking, thinking. You say it 3 times. Thinking, thinking, thinking. Then you go back to rising, falling. And what I'm inviting you to do is to apply that same area into your life. So every time you're at the cafe and you find someone attractive, you're at the coffee shop, you're walking on the street and you find someone attractive, you're about to go into a sales call, you're about to go into a meeting to quit, you're gonna tell your boss you quit. But then you start talking yourself out of it. I'm not smart enough to go do my dream business. Or you're asking your job for a promotion, anything you're doing, and then the mind comes into play and it's like says, I'm too old, I'm too fat, I'm too stupid, this is why, and then we start believing it. Yeah, I think that thought's right. It's just a thought. And it's not even your thought. It was a thought programmed into you. If it's negative, then it isn't your thought. Because what are you really? You're a spiritual being in a physical body. That's all you are. You aren't even your body anyway. So any thoughts about how your body is limited isn't you. Because you're not your body. So what I'm inviting you to do, I'm gonna break this video into many parts so it's not like a 9-hour long video. Like, you know, the first time you went and watched Lord of the Rings and you're sitting there in the movie theater and you're like, bro, how long is this movie? Like, it's been 9 hours. Like, I have to go to bed right now. I'm not gonna do that to you. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to use these 3 words. Thinking, thinking, thinking. Comment that down below. Thinking, thinking, thinking. Comment it down below. Please, 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 please do it. Thinking, thinking, thinking. Now, I invite you to practice meditation where simply what I practiced at the Vipassana place was rising, because every time you're inhaling, right, your stomach is expanding. Every time you're exhaling, falling. It's going towards your vertebra. Rising outwards. Exhaling, falling. So you're focusing on the sensation of your stomach expanding and your stomach contracting. That's it. That's all meditation can be. Anyone that tells you it's more complex than that, they're probably a little bit too stuck in their own mind. So it can be that simple. But what I'm inviting you to do is use this technique into your everyday life. While you're about to do that one thing, you're about to knock on that door for that like cold sales call. You're about to ask someone, you find someone attractive, challenge yourself, pick something. Like I used to challenge, before I met Ashley, I would challenge myself. Like if I was in Sprouts grocery store, which they have in California, if I saw someone attractive and I was buying some green powder, like vegetable powder that I would drink in the morning, and I saw someone attractive, I'd just go talk to them. Hey, and I would say whatever came out of my mouth. Hey, I'm sorry to bother you. I'm about to go to a friend's house and I'm not trying to hit on you or anything, but I think you're really pretty and I just want to let you know that. I'm not trying to ask for your phone number or anything like that. Just want to let you know that. Just all of that gets you out of your comfort zone. But what happens is you identify with your thoughts before and it stops you. So every time that happens, when you're about to make a sales call, ask someone out, you're about to tell everyone in your family some big news, you're about to break up with someone, you're about to ask someone to respect you more, you're gonna do something big and magnificent in your life. But then your mind comes in, the subconscious. It's not you. Remember, those thoughts are not you. And it comes in. Here's what you go. Thinking, thinking, thinking. You're not thinking. That's not who you are. You're not thinking. You're spirit. You can't even see who you are because your eyes only see visible light. Visible light is a very small spectrum of energy. Visible light is like this in the grand scheme of the universe. It's my fingernail in the grand scheme of the universe. But that's third dimension. This fingernail is third dimension. There's so much more than third dimension in terms of energy. And we'll talk about that in some of the other parts of this video because I had some crazy experiences when I really surrendered to the meditation instead of identifying with my thoughts. But think about it. Thoughts stop so many people. People are at the free throw line and NBA playoffs and they get worried and they get nervous and what if I miss it? You're not your thoughts, bro. We do it in every area of our life. So in everyday life, I want you to think about something that challenges, that pushes you, that makes you afraid, that's exciting, that other people don't get or understand. And when you get nervous, when the thoughts come up that make you get afraid, they're old programming, they're negative, they're limiting, and they feel like you because they're in your head, what you're gonna say is thinking, thinking, thinking. And then you're gonna take a deep breath in and out. So do it one time. Oh, the thought comes in, thinking, thinking, thinking. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Then you go do whatever it is. You go ask the person out. You go share your idea. It doesn't matter whether they say yes or no. The whole point is to no longer identify with old programming in your thoughts. So this is part one of I meditated for over 10 hours a day for 14 days and I learned a bunch of things and I never really talk about it in videos. I talked about it in my first book, but I want to talk about it in a bunch of videos, and so this is part one of that. And so comment down below thinking, thinking, thinking. This is your mantra. Whenever you notice yourself identifying with thoughts, anytime you have a negative or limiting thought, it's not you, it's your programming. Anytime you have a negative or limiting thought, it's not you, it's your programming. The reason you're here is to learn how to not identify with energy that is not you. The reason you are here is to learn how to not identify with energy that is not you. What are thoughts? It's just energy. Negative and limiting thoughts aren't you, but they've been programmed into you. But people keep believing everything they think, so it keeps stopping them. So, this is Jake Ducey with JakeDucey.com. If you want to erase all of those thought patterns, program yourself for everything you want so life gets easier and you attract everything that you want. Success, happiness, love, your soulmate, money, whatever it is. JakesHypnosis.com is right there down below. And what it is the success hypnosis I created after this meditation experience to rewire my mind, my subconscious. If I had 65,000 thoughts in a day, I wanted to make them all positive towards my desires. So it changed my life. Now over 300,000 people from all over the world have used it. It's right there down below, jakeshypnosis.com. It's right there down below, jakeshypnosis.com, right there down below, jakeshypnosis.com. It's pinned to the comments. You'll see it right there down below. So hit the subscribe button, the bell notification right over there. Hit the subscribe button, the bell notification right over there. Bell notifications what notifies you for new videos. So even if you already subscribed, just double check you've actually hit that bell notification right over there. Bell notification. Like this video to send it out into the YouTube universe. Like this video to send it out into the YouTube universe. Comment down below, I love myself. Comment that down below. I love myself. Comment that down below. I love myself. Thinking, thinking, thinking. Remember that. You're not everything you think. If it's not loving and uplifting, it's not you, it's a program in your subconscious. And when you learn how to not identify with that, those thoughts don't stop you anymore. Have a beautiful day. Thank you for watching this video, and we'll talk more about meditation on the next video.